It's Wolf, and it's another inFamous 2 video. So this video is going to be really similar to one that you may have already seen on my channel before, but that I had to delist or unlist, whatever, because I had some of the info wrong. So inFamous 2 UGC is going to be shutting down in about a month and a half from the time that I'm making this video. It's shutting down on August 31st, 2026. And so that means that all of the UGC missions that are out there on the UGC server are going to be lost unless people start saving them. And by the way, I also want to mention this process should also work with inFamous Festival of Blood. I haven't tested it in that, but I'm almost certain it works the same way because inFamous 2 and Festival of Blood are so similar. Funny enough though, Sony has actually not announced anything about Festival of Blood's UGC servers shutting down, but I'm assuming they're going to shut down on the same day. Anyway, so if you want to save UGC missions alongside your own, because your own missions are going to save to your console anyway, but if you want to save other people's UGC missions, this video is about how to do that. Now, initially, I thought that UGC missions were saved to your save file, but as it turns out, it's a little bit more complicated than that. They seem to be saved to your game data utility. I'm going to try to work on another video explaining how all that works and how to share missions still in the future, but long story short, it requires a modded console or the use of an emulator, and so it gets kind of confusing. But for the purpose of this video, if you just have missions that you like that other people made that you want to preserve on your console for playing offline after the servers shut down, or if you already have a modded console or in the future you might mod your console and want to follow a tutorial on how to share these missions, this is also useful. So pretty much all you have to do is use the remix feature in inFamous 2. So here's a mission right here, The Sinking Tower 2 by D.A. Sisler. So this one was actually already remixed because it says based on a mission by the Dragon Mind. So if we just hit square on this, this will load us into the UGC editor, but with all of this mission's stuff in it. So this is pretty much like a climbing mission from what I gathered from the description, and you just have to try to climb up the building before it can sink into the water. The purpose of the mission isn't really important for this tutorial, but so let's say that we've played this mission before and we really enjoyed it, so we want to save it. Now that we're in remix mode, all we have to do is just go to save and click save, and then we can exit the mission designer. We'll hit save yes again on that. And now if we go into user generated content, my missions, the Sinking Tower 2 is now in our missions. So of course we can also go ahead and open up edit again so that way we can play it. And we can play it. Deactivate the spotlight at the top. Oh, and I've already failed the mission, but okay, you guys get what I mean. The mission plays. So now let me show you guys what I mean about being able to play it offline. So I'll exit the game. Now we're back on the normal PlayStation menu, and I'm going to unplug the Ethernet cord from my PS3, and an Ethernet cable is not connected, so we're no longer signed into PlayStation Network, we're not on the internet at all, and now we can load inFamous 2 back up once again. So we're back in the game, and the game itself is even saying no network connection, you must be connected to the internet to publish or download user-generated content, but you can still mess around with UGC within your own missions offline. So now we're offline, but since we remixed this mission, it's saved to our console, so we can actually still go back into it and edit it and play it. So here we are, and even though we're offline, we can still play this mission because it's saved to our own console. Now, as I was saying, it's a little bit confusing because initially I thought that these were saved to your save file. I ended up finding out that that is in fact not the case. They are not saved to your save file, but rather, I think I mentioned it in the video earlier, I think your game data utility, pretty much where the game installs itself. This tutorial is good for just saving missions for yourself if you want to play them after the servers shut down, but in the future, if you have a modded console, you can share missions still. It's just a little bit of a complicated process because you have to go into like the files of your inFamous 2 install and like find the missions and stuff. I actually messed around with this a little bit and figured out how to get it to work with RPCS3, the PlayStation 3 emulator, so I'm hoping to try to make a video soon on how to do it on there, and the process would be pretty much the same on a modded console, just you'd be doing it on a PlayStation 3 instead of on a computer. But it's really actually pretty simple. You just have to go into your files and find the right files to share. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in other stuff in the future, and bye-bye.